Hey guys, how's it going, and thanks for coming. I'm Nick and this is Real Life Money. If you like this topic, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon. So as this channel is coming closer and closer to 2,000 subscribers, we just had a video that's just blowing up right now of 50 of frugal living tips. A lot of people are loving that, so I decided to do something very similar. We're going over 20 more frugal hacks in life, and I want to really focus on like some serious things that could change our money, where we could save a lot of money rather than like unplugging a toaster to save like 5 cents. That's great and all, but there are bigger things we could focus on. Now before we get into it, first things first, you could only save so much money. Yeah, it's great to save, but you can only save so much, and once you're like cutting back as much as you can and you're still struggling, chances are you're probably gonna have to increase your income. That's a free tip, you're welcome. So again, this list comprises, I think that's the word, of 20 things. I'll have it listed in the description in case you just want to look over it in 5 seconds and leave. By all means, you could do that. Well, I hope you stick around. So the first thing that we're going to be talking about for our frugal living hack is minimalism versus consumerism. And we got to understand the two. Minimalism is just the idea behind being happy and content with little things. We don't need a lot to be happy, and when people get into trouble when they think buying things or getting something makes them happy, because that quickly runs out. Understand you could live on less and still be happy and have a great life. Number 2 is quite literally paying yourself first. I'm sure you probably heard of it, but let's actually start doing this. And you could do this 2 separate ways. One, straight up write yourself a check. That's yours. That's your money, and you save it in maybe a separate account, maybe a savings account, money market account, what have you. For me personally, what I do, as soon as I get paid, I transfer it, because it goes into my checking account. I transfer all of it. Well, I still keep like $100 or $200 in my checking, just in case. But the rest, let's say like $1,000, I transfer all into my money market account. So I automatically pay myself first, and then when things come around, then you transfer back to your checking to pay for it. Out of sight, out of mind, they say. Number 3 is driving an older car. So many people are just leasing new cars. Average car payment $500 a month, which is insane. Meaning some people are paying higher than $500 a month. Well, if you pay it off in cash, or like just put maybe half down, so you pay it off in like a year or so, guess what? No more car payments. So that few $100s is going back into your money market accounts, paying yourself first. Number 4 is having smaller portions. Obviously, this could help you health-wise as well, but we don't need as much food as we think. Especially if we're in America, we're probably overeating basically everything. Just realize you can cut back a bit. When you relax, the food settles, you fill up, and you're not like bloated and disgusted and want to throw up. You could actually enjoy your food. Number 5 is taking one trip. And I'm talking about like when you have to go shopping or buy things and stuff like that. Load up and do it one time. You don't only save money with this, like one factor is the gas, one trip and you're done, but it also saves you a lot of time. Instead of going out like every day or every other day, maybe if you do it every week, you could stretch that out to every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, even 4 weeks, depending what you're getting. But that saves a lot of not only money, but time is even more valuable because you cannot get that back. Number 6 is hitting this video with a thumbs up if you haven't done it already. But number 6 is really focusing on repairing something versus replacing it. there is a huge cost in between this. So it could be things around the house, could be your car even. So it's really do it yourself. Go on YouTube, figure it out how to fix something. Because I even remember on my car, something real simple, it was like 30 bucks for the part. At an auto body shop, they would charge like $300. This could also technically work for relationships. Repair it and don't just throw things out. Number 7, I'm just gonna throw out there because it's so simple yet underutilized, is drink water. Come on, it's free, definitely cheaper, not bottled water. You could have thermos carried around with you, and it's so much cheaper than soda, alcohol, coffee, all that stuff. You could save basically millions throughout your lifetime. Number 8 is pre-planning your vacations and your travel. And there are just so many factors involved with traveling. Unfortunately, you want to go and relax, but you got to like work double, triple time to just organize everything out. So this could go for one, would be flights. Definitely look around at different flight prices. Usually the most inconvenient time to buy airline tickets are the cheapest. Next would be hotels. Look around at the best prices. I actually just went to a hotel. I would have to say it depends on the situation, but I waited like 2, maybe 3 days before actually traveling, and I guess they still had to like fill up the room, so they actually gave me a great price. It was like almost half off of what it normally would be. So definitely research when would be the best time to book not only your flights but also your hotels. And the next most important part of your vacation is your vacation. So try to, of course, you want to relax and have fun, but also try to do it in a money efficient manner. There are better ways to enjoy yourself. You don't have to go the busiest time to Disney World, so it's just like the prices are jacked up. You could go on even a cruise, which is more affordable, and it really depends on the type of person you are. Heck, you could even go hiking, or, whatever you really want to do. You can save a lot of money and still enjoy yourself. Number 9 is extremely boring because no one knows what the heck is going on with insurance. And this is health insurance and or life insurance, other insurances. I heard there's pet insurance now. But really go over your plan. First would be your health insurance. Make sure you have the right plan set up, deductibles and co-pays. There are just so many factors involved. But start understanding what you're actually enrolled in. The other one would be life insurance. There are a lot of different kinds. Two most common are term and whole life. Term is cheaper, so definitely kind of do more research into that and see if that works out for you. Number 10, which would be focusing on buying secondhand stuff. The first thing I would kind of focus on would be like Amazon or eBay, because you could buy used things. I mean, it depends on what kind of used things. I'm not talking like secondhand toilet paper, but maybe, maybe electronics, things around the house, really anything you're looking for. This could also be related to like maybe thrift shops. Whether you want to get clothes, that's really up to you, but you can save a lot of money there. Hopefully you're staying with me with number 11. Now this is actually more complicated than it seems. It's so simple, yet difficult, and this is grocery shopping. How to help spend less would be a list, so you know exactly what you're going for. You look at the cheapest prices, probably not name brand, and then you just go through the store, you get that, you get out. Another thing that I also pondered, you could shop online. I know actually my mom was talking about, she went through you order through Walmart online. I think that's great because you know exactly what you have in your cart, you know the prices, compare and contrast. I like shopping online. When I do shop, I rarely shop. I save basically all my money. But if you are to shop, that is a great way to do it, and it's good to look at other companies and stores to see where you're getting the best prices, as well as coupon codes. Make sure you find out the best ones. Now, number 12, I kind of wanted to throw in there. It's not necessarily like a saving thing, but it could be a saving thing, but a make more money thing as well. Be a little bit more risky. Try different things. Do whatever has to be done, because so many people are trying to like live their lives safely, and if you're like just doing the same thing over and over again, that's kind of, there could be better ways out there. So try new things, try new ways to save, try new ways to earn money, even like more riskier investments, because normally speaking, with more risk comes more return. And you want that higher return, because otherwise you're going to be saving your money in a savings account, giving you nothing in interest. So you do have to be a little bit more risky so you could actually have and invest more money for your future. Number 13, which is also underutilized, I believe, is living with someone else. And this could be with a sibling, a cousin, a friend, a significant other, really anyone. Just the main idea of, let's say we're talking two people, you rent someone out, or not someone out, you rent something out, and the rent is just half off because you're splitting it with someone. And that's a huge savings. I mean, buying a house, you could do something similar, like house hacking. You could live in one part, rent out the other one, so your tenants are paying your rent. So you could definitely do a lot of different things to save on your mortgage and rent payment, because that's usually the highest expense that we have. So if we could get that down, even if you downsize, you could save money there. Number 14 is a great frugal hack in all of our lives. Well, those with children anyway, because they grow. I don't have children, so I have to start thinking of other people, right? A lot of people have kids. They grow real quick. I remember growing up, you get like a new pair of shoes every month because you grow out of them. Well, those older clothes, resell them. You could do Amazon, eBay, Letgo, Craigslist. Maybe not Craigslist, but or a garage sale even. Resell those clothes because they're gonna pack up a lot. So at least try to get your money back. So sell those old kid clothes. Heck, even sell the kid. That's a joke. Number 15, I'm combining a couple different ideas, is buying non-name brand bulk items. So obviously name brand, they're like triple the price. So just buy generic. It's just the same thing, different labels, guys. We should know this by now because we've been lied to. But then the next thing would be in bulk. You guys probably heard of Costco or BJ's. But usually, the more that you buy in the package, the less each individual thing costs. So definitely try to buy the most that you can. And this is going to kind of lead into number 16, is when something is on sale. You're kind of waiting around. You see sales out there. 10%, 20%, 25%. But if there's a huge sale that comes around, maybe like Black Friday or something like that, like 40, 50% off, right? Buy everything that you could think of at that point, because those products are not going to get cheaper at that point. So when you buy it all there, yes, it's going to be a larger upfront cost. But over time, just because you're getting it at the best price, you're going to be saving it. Going back to housing and mortgages, number, 17 is, again, something so simple, is bi-monthly mortgage payments. So normally a mortgage payment is every month, right? Well, what we got to do is you could pay bi-monthly, which is every 2 weeks. It's basically the same thing, but you're just going to be paying 2 times per month. Seems like nothing will change. However, some months are different. So this could actually knock off years on your mortgage. So like if you have like a 30-year mortgage, it can knock off, I think I've heard like maybe 5, 6, 7 years, because it has like an extra payment every single year, and that just knocks it down. something really simple that you could change, look into it. Now, I really, it just gets under my skin on this one, number 18. You know, it's nice and everything, but once the bill comes, when we're going out to eat, obviously try to limit that. If we do go out, let's look at the different factors. One, we already talked about, get water, nothing else, suck it up. Not to suck it up, you can be happy with water. That's all we really need, and it's healthier. Number two, usually the portion sizes are fairly large depending on the restaurant that you go to. Eat half, that second half is leftovers. So bam, you're saving half the money there. Next, or you could just get an appetizer instead of an entree. Apps are usually cheaper. And usually just don't get desserts. As an investor, I just have to sneak this in, guys. For number 19, I probably brought it up a couple different videos prior, but it's ridiculously important, is 401k fees. Chances are a lot of people don't know what's in their 401k, how it's structured, what it even is. It's a retirement account, you're welcome. But I've heard over someone's lifetime, like an average person, over their lifetime, they spend $150,000 in fees without even realizing, which is disgusting and makes you want to throw up. So try to lower those fees. Of course, do your own research. One thing that you could get involved with, a lot of different companies have Vanguard. Vanguard is a huge provider in mutual funds and different investments. Their expense ratios are very low. Now, of course, there are still expenses within the 401k. I'm going into detail right now, so I'll stop there. But there are a lot of hidden fees that you do not realize. So try to look into them. You're not going to find them all, trust me, but realize they're there. And big old number 20 is kind of a mindset, and that's what we all need, guys. It's the right mindset, right? So number 20, I would have to say, extremely important, is stop comparing yourself to other people. I don't care about your neighbors. I don't care about your friends. I'm sure they're great. I don't even care about your family. You probably don't even care about your family. But they're broke, most likely. That does not mean that you have to be. They're probably gonna pressure you to do things, let's go out, let's go to Hawaii or something like that, which is fine. Make sure you have the money for that, of course. But don't let anyone pressure you into spending money that you know that you should save. Really focus on what you have to do. Don't worry about other people. Do what's right for you, your family, and the ones that care about you. So those are the 20 ultimate frugal living hacks that I have for you guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. What's your favorite frugal hack that you live by? So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see ya in the next one.